the Digital Marketing Podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to the active resistance against bad digital marketing. Every episode I try to help you clear up the mystery surrounding this digital voodoo that we call digital marketing. This is the Digital Marketing Podcast and I am DM Punk. This is episode number 20, that's right, 20, and today we're talking about my experiences over at BlogOn Toys event earlier last month, I think. This is October, so yeah, last month. And this episode was recorded in October of 2019. Okay, here we go. I am back. Hello. I hope everyone enjoyed the last episode with Roger Edwards. It was really, really cool. Got some really nice feedback. Roger, I know, is really beautiful at being able to put marketing into words, and I suppose that's why he's such a eloquent public speaker, I suppose, which is really fantastic. This time we have something a little bit different and something you may have heard before, because I had the privilege of being invited back down to the coveted BlogOn event. Last time it was May the 4th, it was Star Wars Day in Manchester, just up the road from myself. I went down, I did some podcast stuff, I talked about podcasting. It was a really cool event, and Laura, the amazing organizer of the event, invited me back down to another special event, another BlogOn event. This time it was down south. We were in Bracknell, which is near Reading and near Windsor kind of, and we got invited down. Myself and my partner went down and we were invited to do some more podcasting, because last time we talked to a load of bloggers. It was really, really cool. It's cool for a number of reasons, really, because bloggers that I have spoken to, I'd not spoken to a huge amount of bloggers before I'd sort of come into contact with the BlogOn event. And I don't want to say, I was going to say they're a special breed, but that would be a horrible way of putting it. What I mean by that is they're a group of very dedicated people. And the impression I got last time that I spoke to a lot of them was, you know, they have their own lives and they talk about it and they document it and journal it down on their blogs, which is awesome. And they're all very active on social media. So I went and followed them a lot. So I've got sort of a lot of followers now and a lot of people who blog on my social media, which is really cool. And sort of seeing what they do day to day and sort of seeing the value that they provide as well. Because for me personally, as a digital marketer, okay, I have a perspective of bloggers, which is it's rather old hat, okay? So blogging was something that's been around for a very long time, since the dawn of the internet, you could say, in some respects. And the idea of blogging is actually very old hat, but it took me to experience and talk to bloggers that do this day to day to realize that it may be an old medium, yes, but the actual heartbeat of it, the bloggers themselves, are very, very much alive, and they're very passionate about it, and they've adapted to how the industry has changed by using social media, by using the likes of Instagram and stuff like that, and they've done it really, really well, and they provide so much value in a day where everything can be a little bit smoke and mirrors. Okay, you know, you can look for reviews and you can't trust the reviews anymore, and you can only trust the opinions on products or services from your friends and family, because everything can be a little bit skewed in this technological age, even though we're open to more information than we ever have been before. The value that these bloggers provide is just an open, honest talk about the services and products which they experience on a day-to-day basis, in which they then share to their readers, which is really awesome. And the whole idea and the whole world has been sort of opened up to me. So anyway, I'm going on, but the fact is I was invited back down to Bracknell in a wonderful venue and a wonderful event that it was, and there was lots of brands that were there, toys and parenting brands and things like that. Was fantastic. It was a Christmas themed event, so it was very, very strange being in mid-September essentially, and having Christmas trees and Christmas decorations all around me. It was very odd, but I got very comfortable with it very quickly. There were elves running around, which will feature in this podcast. So it was really cool to start speaking to bloggers that I'd spoke to before in Manchester, and I got an update from, and I got chatting to, and new people that came around and spoke to me. So it was really awesome. So here is my selection of talks and chats and general, I don't want to call them interviews because that's so formal, but here's my selection of chats that I had with the bloggers that were at the BlogOn event down in Bracknell last month. It was a fantastic event. If you are a blogger, you're interested in blogging, then I do recommend that you sort of go and talk to some of these people. I'd say go and check out the BlogOn website, but that's almost a given. What I really recommend, other than going and checking out the BlogOn website, is actually going and talking to some of these bloggers. And talking to Laura, who organised the event and things like that, because she is so open to helping people and helping aspiring bloggers, and also so is that community of bloggers as well. They're very inclusive. They want to help each other out, and they talk and they chat. So go and talk to them and be open and honest and frank with them and say, look, I want to get involved with this. I want to do this. I thought about this, and see what they say, because they are a wealth and fountain of knowledge. Anyway, enough about me. Here is my selection of interviews from BlogOn Toys down in Bracknell. I hope you enjoy. Hello, we're here at BlogOn Toys in Bracknell with Dan Saff this time. I've got another guest in front of me, just like last time. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
And what's your name?
I'm Gemma from Family on the Go.
Family on the Go. Is that your blog?
It's not a blog, it's more of an online magazine, so
Ooh.
providing information like where events are, family news,
Yeah.
but it does have a blog section that has nothing on it at the moment.
You're very much like me then. I've got a blog, but it never gets updated. Yeah.
The Family on the Go section does.
Yes.
So we're mainly covering Manchester at the moment. We've done a soft launch, and we're about to do a soft launch of the national side.
Awesome.
We've just been testing all the tech
Yes.
first before we
That's
go
very
live
cool.
properly.
What number BlogOn is this for you? So how many have you been to?
I think this is like 4 or 5, but I always help. I'm rather than like come in. I'm Laura's beep 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 beep.
Right, I see. I can see the context in there.
Yeah. You know Laura, it has to have a swear word in somewhere.
So, what's your particular highlight of these kind of sessions and conferences that you come to?
I think actually meeting everyone, it's really nice, really friendly. I think before, I've never really sort of been in the blogging world properly. I sort of dabble in, because I'm more on the journalist. So when I first came, I was like concerned there'd be massive clicks, but it's not like that at all. So I really like meeting other bloggers and like finding out the gossip. But I also find sort of the sessions are really useful.
Yes.
And of course the goodie bags is nice.
The freebies.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I've always found that. I found that last time. So obviously the one in Manchester earlier this year was my first.
Yes.
And I was obviously doing all this stuff, but everyone was really, really friendly.
They are.
It's very, very odd. It's a community of bloggers that are friendly people.
Yes.
And I find that odd for people that obviously sort of just keep themselves and they're doing their own little thing and then blogging and not necessarily talking to people, but I suppose this is their opportunity to do that.
Yeah, and I think sort of like the way Laura is, so Laura's really friendly, really open, then I think people follow suit with that. Laura's not sort of like has her own little clique. She's very welcoming, doesn't judge, and I think because of that, that makes it easier for everyone else to say this is what BlogOn's about.
Absolutely. I'm going to paint a picture here because not people, the people that are listening are not going to be able to see the surroundings, but we are surrounded by Christmas trees. There's a lady over there who happens to be my girlfriend who's in a Christmas hat. We have a Christmas t-shirt in front of me. What's your favourite part of Christmas?
It's going to be cliche, but probably seeing my kids open the presents in the morning.
Oh, that's very
Hoping
sweet.
that they don't like pull their faces and be spoiled little brats.
Is that common?
Counting presents.
Yeah. Is it a competition between kids for...
My son generally used to be more like how many presents have he got, but now he's like getting older. We've said Father Christmas has a budget and you spend more of that budget on smaller things.
You blame Brexit, yeah?
No presents this year, Brexit.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Here I am again with another guest in front of me. How are you doing?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm very well. What's your name?
It's John.
Hi, John.
Roberts.
And what do you do?
I'd like to say a blogger, but not
Right.
really anymore.
Right.
Been blogging for 10 plus years, but used to start off as a dad blogger.
Yeah.
Kids are a bit older now, so that's kind of gone by the wayside.
How old are they now?
15 and 23.
Wow.
So,
wow.
yeah, well, nearly 15.
Yes.
So they're not interested anymore.
No.
So
So have you migrated into something new now?
Not yet.
No?
Transitioning to kind of travel photography,
Okay, awesome.
because I love photography. I've always done photography.
Yeah.
But now I think it's just going to be a bigger part, and
And slowly you're going to have more free time to be able to do your travel aspect as well, I suppose.
I get lots of free time now.
Oh, that's
hence
good.
why I'm
Yeah.
guilt-free here. Yeah, the 23-year-old's absent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she come on holiday with us this year, so
Oh, that's fantastic. That's brilliant.
yeah, it's good.
How many BlogOns have you been to now?
First one.
Is this your first one?
I was meant to go to one a few years back when it was at the museum,
Yeah.
but I had to cancel.
Oh, no.
Laura gave me a refund, thankfully.
Oh, that's very nice of her. She is like that.
Yeah, very generous.
Yeah, I bet she swore at you first and then gave you the...
Yeah, I can't remember, but so I've been meaning to come to one, so
Yeah.
I thought, well, this one actually works. It's good timing, so.
So this is your first impression. So what
Yeah.
are your first impressions since you've arrived here so far? We're very early in the day, I should
We
stress.
are very early in the day. I've been to one session run by Alex
Yeah.
on YouTube, which
Amazing.
is an area I've yet to explore, really. I've done a couple of videos. I've got a load of Canada videos prepared to go up.
Awesome.
I'm now going to go back and rethink some of them a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been really good. I think
Yeah.
that there's a good mix of sessions, so
I've always found people seem to always compliment the fact that everyone that sort of attends BlogOn events are very, very friendly.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is I went to, I don't know if you know the Mumsy Mum. She had a book
Yes.
launch.
Yeah, I do.
And me and Tim Thatcham, Dad.
Yes, I know
we're
Tim
talking.
well.
We're talking about the fact that people outside of the blogging world have got their perception of it, but
Yes.
actually, it's very much everyone's rooting for everyone else in
Absolutely.
the main.
Yes.
Obviously, you've got a few bad apples in every industry.
Of course.
But as the main, everyone's rooting for everyone else, and for me, it's good to actually put some faces, or actually meet some voices, I
Yes.
guess, to some people
To
that I've been
profile
speaking
pictures.
to
Yes,
on
exactly.
social for
Absolutely.
a while. So, yeah, it's a good friendly atmosphere. I've been to a few blogging conferences
Yeah.
in my time. I think this is the most laid back and friendly, approachable one.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. The opening speech was like nothing else I've seen at a conference before, and I'm all for more of that. And if people don't know what we're on about, just you have to come to the next BlogOn, I guess, to find out.
Absolutely. Great recommendation. Before you go, tell
Yes.
us what your blog is.
So my blog is Dad You Geek, and it's Dad You Geek on all social medias.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
You're very welcome.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Cheers.
Thank you. I have another guest in front of me. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. What's your name?
Kate Buxton from Life with the Buxtons.
We've met before, haven't we?
We have indeed at the last BlogOn.
The last BlogOn, which I thought was in February, but it turns out it was in May,
Yeah.
because I'm terrible at dates.
But also, where has this year gone? That's
I
why.
know, exactly. Where has this year gone? It's almost Christmas,
It's crazy.
hence why you have glitter on your face.
Yeah, and there's Christmas trees everywhere.
And there's Christmas trees everywhere, exactly. So this is, what number BlogOn are you up to now?
This is number 4 for
This
me.
is number 4, okay. This is number 2 for me, so I'm catching up.
Yeah.
Can you just be, can you just not appear at some,
Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know.
so,
If I hit the big time, I might be really busy.
oh, I see,
I might be
that's
too
how it
important.
is.
I'll be a VIP.
I see, that's how it is. So this is the Christmas the Christmas special, I'm going to call it, but that sounds like a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by Christmas trees. We are surrounded by elves that you've come into contact with, presumably.
They've been nice to Hayley and been giving her candy canes, but they scare me a little bit.
They scare you a little
Yeah.
bit, yeah?
I'm trying to give them a wide berth.
I've got a question here. So, well, let me go with back to the first question. How have you found this BlogOn event so far?
Different because obviously it's a different location and we've had to travel quite a way to get here. But for me it's been really nice. It's been a little mini break with my friend and it's nice to get away from the mom life day to day.
Because if I'm not mistaken, you're from up north. You're around my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah? And it has been a long journey to get down here.
Oh yeah.
And this is kind of, I know for a lot of people that have had to make that trip, it's sometimes a little difficult to have the separation away from their families for a little bit, because for some people it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
How have you found that process?
All right, actually.
Didn't even skip a beat.
No. I was last weekend. My husband was away in Germany, and I was solo parenting all 3, and they were a nightmare.
Oh.
So I was more than happy to. This is my turn this weekend. I am gone. I was skipping out the door, heels clicking.
See ya, I'm gone. What's your favourite part of Christmas?
The the food.
Food.
But that's just in life.
Essential, yes. You treat Christmas all year round with the
yeah.
food, is it? So other than the food?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
No?
I like decorating.
You like decorating?
Yeah.
As one of my favourite things is decorating.
Yeah.
Like, I've had to impose in our household. Well, I've had to impose. My partner has had to impose an embargo on Christmas decorations this year because
really?
I go a little bit OTT. And
But
get
are you into like the gaudy stuff, or are you like traditional?
I'm not the stylish one, so I go for the horrible, very traditional, and then my partner is the stylish one. She's the one that dresses me, and goes with the very cool, stylish, up-to-date, modern sort of stuff. So it's a nice balance. We counteract each other quite well.
You've got to have some Christmas tact.
Yes,
You've got to
exactly,
have it.
precisely. Is there any particular session or seminar that you're looking forward to today, or you've been to, or is coming up?
I did the not mood board, like visual mood board type thing session. I can't remember what was the actual technical name for it. But I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but I just didn't know what other session to go to, and actually I really did enjoy it. And it was to do with like what you put out is what you get in type of thing. And I was like, you know what, maybe I need to focus a little bit more on that.
It's good advice for life, I suppose. Yeah, precisely. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank you for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.
And you.
Thank you. I have another guest in front of me. Hello.
Hello, you alright?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yes, I'm really good, thank you.
Good. And what's your name?
It's Hayley Aldridge, and I'm here representing the Marches Academy Trust.
Oh, lovely. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we look after, we have 8 schools in North Shropshire, 4 primary schools and 4 secondary schools, and I head up the marketing and brand element.
Amazing. So someone after my own heart in the marketing space. That's interesting.
Right.
Yeah, brilliant.
Hashtag winging it.
What has piqued your interest to bring you here today?
There's been some workshops on WordPress, and we use WordPress at work, so that's been quite good. And just networking with other people, finding out some tips on social media and different ways of how people market their blog, so I can just see where people are looking for things, because our target market is kind of mums and dads.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just really interesting, and it's great to get away for the weekends. And
exactly. So many people are just saying it's just nice to be out.
Yeah, it is. It's great to be away, and because we've travelled a long way from North Shropshire, we're staying last night and tonight, so it's a bit of a treat weekend away.
Is this something that doesn't happen very often, to be able to get the escapism?
It doesn't happen very often. I've got a little boy who's 6, so weekends are normally jam-packed. Entertain the 6-year-old, so it's quite nice just to have a bit of me time and
exactly.
chill out. So
yeah,
it's good.
precisely. What number BlogOn is this for you?
This is BlogOn number 3.
Number 3?
So it's my second Christmas one, and I've done one in the spring.
For Christmas, speaking of, do you do traditional turkey?
We did last year, but we normally do goose. Bit controversial.
Ooh,
the mother-in-law
interesting.
prefers goose.
Oh, okay.
So she gets
Keep
the
the sweet.
Yeah. The deciding vote. But everything else is pretty traditional. So it's a big family event to get family together, and love just decorating and having some time off work is always good.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's your favourite part of a Christmas sort of period?
The time with my little boy and my husband, because my husband and I both work full time, so it's always nice just to have 2 weeks off where neither of us are at work, so that's quite nice. And the food and the wine and the prosecco and everything else seems to go down quite well as well.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been
really
an absolute
good to see
pleasure,
you.
Hayley. Thank you very much, and I'll probably see you at the next one as well.
You definitely will.
Thank you. I have a new guest in front of me here at BlogOn. Say hello. How are you doing today? For those listening at home, you may realise that this is not quite English. That is because it is elfish. I have a Santa elf in front of me. Are you looking forward to Christmas this year? Nod of the head says yes. That's absolutely fantastic. Have you been busy making toys? You're looking very, very tired. Yes, I'm not surprised, because it's not far away at all. Is that nerve-wracking? Yeah, it is. I'm not surprised. Is it 34? No. It's 94 days. 94 days. That doesn't sound like a lot at all, does it, actually? No? To be fair, you've probably been through a lot of these by now, so, you're quite used to it, the pressure builds up, and then suddenly you're back into the swing of things. Yeah. So you're busy building, absolutely. However, I bet coming up after, you're looking forward to it, because you get to sleep. Exactly, you get to sleep. Fantastic. Have you enjoyed yourself at BlogOn today? Yeah? Have you been talking to lots of people? Yeah, that's fantastic. Has everyone, treated you well? Yeah. There's a little bit of unsurety in there, but okay. Well, have you had a particular favourite part? I noticed you were over at the Globe before. Yeah, the big snow globe, and you were also playing with the arcade games before as well. Yeah, you like that? Really like that. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Christmas elves. I hope you get to go back very soon and start building your toys and catching up with all the work that you've missed from being here. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you around. Bye. I have a guest with me right now who I met before back in May. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, Tom. How about you?
I'm doing not too bad, thank you very much. Introduce yourself. We met before. Who are you?
Okay, so I'm Tim, and I blog at Slouching Towards Thatcham.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Now, last time we had a conversation, Tim, I remember that obviously you're in a situation where your kids are quite grown up now, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. They're aged 11, 9 and 7.
So you started blogging, if I remember rightly, when they were very, very young.
Yeah, back in the dinosaur age, I think it was.
I'm sure that's not the case. You look far too young for that.
Very kind of you to say so, and the check's in the post.
Thank you. So you have sort of morphed into, so you're more involved into your blogging process than they were before.
Yeah, I think my blogging process has changed over the years. I kind of started out as someone who wrote for the love of writing. Yeah. And it is longer. I joke about it, but it's long ago enough that it was back in the days before blogging had really taken off as a commercial enterprise and so on. And actually, over the last few years, I've moved more and more back into writing for my own enjoyment. For
your own self, yeah, absolutely.
So I write about lots of different things now, not necessarily just about parenting. As you'll remember from last time, I'm a lapsed podcaster. I'm still lapsed, but working on it. I know I promised I'd have something out over the summer, but I have perhaps not fully succeeded in that ambition just yet. But
it's on the to-do list.
There are plans in the pipeline. Exactly. I like to think of it as potentially my Christmas present to myself.
Exactly. That's a very nice way of thinking about it. That's beautiful. This is, what number are we on now? Because I can't remember the number we discussed last time. What number BlogOn are you on?
So this is my eighth BlogOn, and it's the number's now high enough that I have to actually think about it and count it in my head.
There's that slight pause there. Yeah, absolutely. How have you found this event today so far?
It's been really good, actually. I think we're at a new venue here in Bracknell. It's the first time that BlogOn has been down south in a good 4 years. Mm-hmm. Personally, it's great for me because it's 25 minutes from my front door rather than 3.5 hours.
Yes, exactly.
And I think actually it's brought a fresh new energy to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice location. As always, really good set of people. Mm-hmm. Some new faces, some old faces. So really enjoyed the day so far.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I picked up on today was I'm not seeing a lot of familiar faces that I am from Manchester. I'm seeing a lot of new faces. I've certainly seen on the social streams a lot of people saying this is my first time, which is really, really exciting. Whole new people coming to this event, presumably because of the location. That's really, really exciting.
Yeah. I mean, you know what us Southerners are like. We don't like to travel north of the Watford Gap.
Watford is the north, yes. So that's really cool. Anything you have particularly on your eye on so far during the seminars and the events, or even just what's been going on during the course of the day, just spread around the event?
Oh, I think a lot of us have had our eyes attracted by certain products. There's fantastic Harry Potter invisibility cloak. I think everyone has their eyes on the Nintendo Switch.
Absolutely.
One of the highlights of the day always actually is the raffle at the end.
Yes.
There's the opportunity to get some of those early Christmas presents in for the kids.
Absolutely.
How to be super dad 3 months in advance. And we're just coming up on that time of the day where we have cake and, more importantly, gin, depending on your alcoholic preference.
Absolutely. Presumably you're on the gin preference.
Oh, I would like to plead the fifth on that one.
No problem. No problem. Well, that's absolutely fantastic. I'm undoubtedly going to see you again, Tim, and I look forward to every time that I see you, because I hope to be able to interview you again. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much. I have another guest in front of me here at BlogOn. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Not bad.
Good. What's your name?
I'm Jade McDonald.
Jade McDonald. And what do you do?
I blog at Happy and Stuff, which
Happy
is
Stuff?
rebranded Happy and Stuff.
Oh, Happy and Stuff.
From Late for Reality, rebranded last year.
Oh, okay. And what does that mean?
It's basically a lifestyle blog,
Okay,
which is
cool.
a funny term, isn't it?
You put that in inverted commas.
Inverted commas,
Yeah.
But I used to be a parent blogger, and then I realised that I got bored of writing about my own kids and wanted
Did
to
your
write
kids
more
get
about.
boring? Is that what it was?
They just get older and then they're not interested.
Yeah, they used to be cute and now they're just annoying.
Yeah, no, it just got to the point where I was thinking, does anyone really want to know what my kids, when they've learnt to walk and that sort of stuff? And I was like, no. I've had a bit of a battle with anxiety over the last few years.
And yet you have volunteered, almost, except for the fact that I grabbed you, almost volunteered to sit right here in front of me in front of a microphone. That's such a big step. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. So basically the blog is my journey towards being a happier person.
That's amazing.
And stuff.
And stuff.
Happy and stuff.
You've
so it's
kept
all
it broad.
So the stuff is just all the extra stuff that comes along
There
with
we go.
motherhood and all that sort of stuff.
That's amazing, because I think at the moment mental health certainly is something very important to me. I know it's something very important to my partner, and I think it's such. Not a lot of people are talking about it, and if people are talking about it, then that's a good thing. Yeah. So how has the sort of transition been for you from parent blogger to lifestyle?
It's a tough one. I mean, we're at BlogOn Toys today.
Yes.
And I used to write a lot about toys.
Yes.
I used to do a lot of toy reviews. So having to turn down some of those things sometimes just because they don't fit in with the niche is a bit frustrating.
Absolutely.
But there's always a way of things coming into your life, which is where the and stuff comes in.
Okay, yes, of course.
Because I'm always a mother first.
Yes, of course.
Which means that the kids will be there because they are what make me happy.
Yeah.
They're one of the big things that make me happy, but it isn't everything.
No.
So it's finding that balance and that filter of like, right, I'm going to do this for me and not do everything for the brands, which is what was quite heavily a
Yes.
thing with parent blogging, like when I was doing it. So,
So you try
taking
to
that
take-
step back,
Yes.
like it's my blog. I'm going to write about what I want to write about and what makes me happy. And if brands fall in with that, then that's fantastic. So, yeah.
That's a fantastic. You've taken back ownership of
Yeah, exactly.
what you're doing.
I think I'm quite fortunate that it's not my full-time job.
Yes, of course.
So the blog is just a hobby, and
Yeah.
it's a place for me to just vent and be honest about stuff. I'm always open and honest. I'm a bit of an oversharer, which is the opposite of the anxiety. I
Yes,
just
of
like-
course. Yeah, that's a strange balance to have. Yeah.
But you've got to be honest if you're going to get
Absolutely.
people to really believe what you're trying to tell them. So
Of course. Is this your first blog on? Is your second blog on? What is
it's
it?
actually my second. I've been blogging for 10 years,
Wow.
and this is only my second one.
Wow.
The last one I went to was in 2017,
Okay.
and I've just not happened to get to one since.
You've not got round to it since.
No,
I suppose.
yeah, exactly. So I am in Northampton, so when
Yeah.
I found out it was in Bracknell, that was perfect.
Yes.
It's not
of
too
course.
far away.
That's not too bad. Yeah, exactly. And how have you found today's blog on? As in, have you found the seminars? Have you been to any yet? Or
I came with a specific purpose to do things that made me happy today. So
that's an amazing way to
So
come
when I
into
was
this.
choosing which talks I was going into, I was thinking I really should be going into ones learning about SEO, but I'm going to go to ones that make me feel happy.
Yeah.
So went into Karen Joyce's Imperfectly Happy, and that was fantastic. And I went to her event at Britmums a few years ago, probably about 5 years ago now. And she's really positive and uplifting. So that was the main purpose for me today, was to do things and see friends and network and that sort of stuff.
That is fantastic. What a wonderful outlook to come into this whole process. Well, thank you so much for joining me. One last time, where can people actually find you?
So I'm mostly on Instagram. I'm rubbish on any other platform.
Aren't we all nowadays?
So happy and _ stuff, and then the blog is happyandstuff.co.uk.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jade. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I have another guest with me. This one has a large breast strapped to their chest. And I suppose that may sound normal for some people, but you need to see it to believe it. Hello.
Hello, I'm Lara, and I'm sure you guys would have spotted me walking around today in my giant boob.
Yes, exactly. Do you want to explain the giant boob to anyone who doesn't quite know why?
Yeah.
And I've just thought you're a crazy person.
Let's give it some context,
Yes.
definitely. Also, perhaps a crazy person for what I'm about to do. So, I am actually going to the Himalayas in October, so 5 weeks' time. And I'm going to be trekking. We're going with 100 people because we are going to be raising a huge amount of money for Copperfield, which is breast cancer charity. And their aim is just to raise awareness in particularly young people, but everybody as well, men and women, to check their boobs to Copperfield.
Yes.
So they're in their 10th year, and we're going to the Himalayas, and we're going to raise heaps of money for breast cancer. So yeah, it's just about raising awareness. The lady that founded the charity, Chris, she was actually told more than once that she was too young to have breast cancer. So by the time she actually got diagnosed, she was stage 4 and terminal, and it had gone to her spine, sadly. So her mission is just to raise awareness, and there's so much work that goes on in festivals and at schools.
Yeah.
You know, you may have had sex ed at school, but you didn't really get told to check your boobs and your bits and bobs. So yeah, it's just amazing to be part of this really great charity.
Wow, amazing. Nervous much?
I think at this time the fundraising is more nerve-wracking than the actual event. But maybe when I'm in India and I'm sleeping on the ground and I'm walking for up to 9 hours a day,
The perspective will change. Yeah, exactly. How have you found your day so far here?
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's really great. So I've been to BlogOn in Manchester before, but I'm actually Hampshire based, so to have it down here is amazing.
Yes, I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah,
a lot of local people really appreciating it.
Yeah, lots of us down here as well. So great venue as well, and the session's been amazing.
Yeah.
And obviously having the toys down on display. I do Christmas gift guides on YouTube, so I'm not necessarily a toy unboxer, but it's great to see them in action and meet the people you've been talking to on email.
Yes, exactly. That which is sometimes really, really important about that relationship build.
Exactly.
Is this your second then? Because you mentioned the Manchester one. So how have you found it in comparison? Because to me today, I went to Manchester this year. There seems to be a lot more people.
Yeah.
And it's the same that we had last time. They were very, very friendly. Everyone was lovely. Everyone was super friendly.
Yeah.
Which I think is important for people that don't come to these events to know.
Definitely. I think it can be very intimidating otherwise.
Yeah.
I think people will put off because they may not know anybody or they don't want to be, they might feel anxious. But everyone's really, really friendly. I think it's a really good vibe. I mean, there's not a huge amount of people I know here.
Yeah.
But I mean, perhaps the fact that I'm dressed as a giant boob, you know,
helps. Yeah.
It may help, it may hinder. I don't know.
Yes, exactly.
It's been a really nice vibe. It's really good.
That's fantastic. How can let's get down to the important stuff, okay? How can people actually donate to you?
So, we were going to share the link verbally on here, but it's incredibly long. So, there is a page that I've set up, and I believe you're going to be kind enough to share it.
I shall put that link in the show notes of this podcast so that you can be able to just click on it. If you're listening to this podcast, go to your app, go to the website which you found it from. It will be there. Just click on it and donate anything you can.
Anything counts, exactly. And I'm trying to raise £3,000, so I've funded lots of my own money to do the trip myself, so that all my money can go to Copperfield. But you know, even if you can't donate, obviously I would love it if you could, but just take that. That's your takeaway. Go and check your boobs. Tell your sisters, your friends, check your boobs. Well, 400 men a year get diagnosed with breast cancer, so men, this is to you as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that is the takeaway. Go and check your boobs and tell your friends.
Really important message. Thank you so much, Lara, for telling your story, and thank you for coming on, thank you for having I was going to say balls, but that's not quite right, the boobs to come on and be a big boob here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have another guest in front of me. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I blog at Autumn's Mummy Blog.
Autumn's
Autumn's Mummy Blog.
Yes.
Which is a parenting and lifestyle blog So basically, I just write about my family and anything that interests me.
How long have you been doing it?
Almost 3 years now.
3 years. How have you found
Almost. Yeah, really good.
it? Yeah?
Yeah, it's
Enjoy it?
been an interesting journey. Yeah.
Yeah?
The sorts of things that I've kind of done over the last few years, I never would have thought that I'd have done. Blogging has just kind of opened a whole new world, really.
Yeah? What made you take that first step?
My daughter was seriously ill when she was really, really small.
Oh no!
And I had kind of a bit of a mental breakdown as a result of it. So part of my kind of recovery process was to write about it, and then it kind of developed into just writing about her and other stuff going on as well.
Wow, amazing! I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of bloggers now, and a lot of people have talked to me about how they find it quite therapeutic, self-evaluating after a day and things like that. To have that as your starting point of going into it is quite an amazing story. Now you're 3 years in, how many blog-ons have you been to now then?
I think this is my 5th one.
Your 5th blog-on?
My 5th blog-on.
Wow.
So I'm starting to become a bit of a veteran
I was
now, really.
just going to say, you are now a blog-on veteran. That was exactly the terminology I was going to use. How have you found today? So, where are you based, first of all?
I'm based in Rochester in Kent. So
Oh, okay.
it's quite nice not having to do the trek up to Manchester today.
Exactly. So Manchester was obviously in May,
Yeah.
and you're down, which is in Bracknell. We're at Bracknell at the moment. This
Yeah.
is the Christmas blog-on. I'm calling it the Christmas blog-on, only because there's lots of Christmas trees, elves running around, and that kind of thing. What's your
Yeah.
favourite thing about Christmas? Or the Christmas period, the holiday period, shall I call it?
Just having fun with family and friends, really.
Yeah.
And of course, I've brought a trusty hat with me today.
Yes?
I've got a snowman hat with me today. I'm well known for the turkey, but I bring a different hat each year.
And you've not even got it on now.
I know, it kept falling off my head when I was talking to people.
Is that how animated you get when you talk to people?
I don't know, I didn't think I was that animated, but maybe.
Have you had a particular highlight from today so far?
It's just been great catching up with people, really, and chatting to brands face to face, really. You don't get quite the same experience over email.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really important to be able to build that kind of personal relationship with the brands that you've been talking to. I've also had conversations with people that talk about community in terms of the bloggers themselves. You know, you may converse over the Facebook groups and all that kind of thing, but this is your opportunity really to come together and talk to each other. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. There's just such a nice vibe, and for once you're kind of with other people that actually get what it is that you do and the amount of effort that goes into it.
Exactly, yeah. It is a really warm, welcoming sort of vibe that goes around events like this. Are you a turkey person when it comes to Christmas?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Ah, here we go. What do you do for Christmas?
Have corn turkey.
Corn turkey? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Corn turkey, yeah.
Oh, corn, sorry. I'm
Corn,
going
yeah.
corn. I'm envisioning a massive corn on the cob in the shape of a turkey. No,
luckily not. That would suck.
That would suck, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming onto this recording. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Is there anything that you're looking forward to moving forward from this point, which is quite late in the day now?
Yeah, well, it sounds bad going home, but I am kind of looking forward to going home
Yeah?
to sleep because I'm just so tired now. But
you so
also
happy?
looking forward to the raffle and
Yes.
seeing all the prizes that people get. But yeah, once I go home, I'm decorating a cake because it's my daughter's 3rd birthday tomorrow as well. So it's just generally a really fun weekend for me.
Fantastic.
Really busy, but really fun.
Well, happy
Yeah.
birthday to your daughter. I
Thank
wish
you.
her all the best, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have another guest with me, another blog on no, which I've not done so far today. A blog on no. That's why I refer to you and call you. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
And what's your name?
My name's Sarah.
I'm very well, by the way. I just
Oh,
realised
good.
I didn't answer the question.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah. You're Sarah. Hello.
I am.
What do you do?
I'm a blogger.
Yes.
It's a blog called Champagne and Petals.
Champagne and Petals?
Yes.
And what's it about?
It's a lifestyle blog.
Lovely.
So I cover a bit more about interiors, general
Nice.
lifestyle, weddings,
Yes.
that kind of thing.
And where can people find it?
Oh, I'm everywhere, me.
Everywhere.
Well, no, actually, I don't do Snapchat.
Don't do Snapchat, neither do I.
Not TikTok. I don't even know what that is.
No, completely above my head.
So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook.
Good place to be.
Both Champagne and Petals.
Yes.
And then on Twitter, I'm at Champ and Petals.
Champ and Petals.
Yeah, too long a name, you see. You can't
Ah,
get
of
them.
course,
That's
yes. How have you found your experience here at BlogOn today?
Great. I think this is my 6th time here.
6th BlogOn. Another BlogOn veteran.
5 or 6 times, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you local?
No, we are in Lincolnshire.
Lincolnshire.
So tonight is our first time staying over.
Okay.
Yeah, normally we travel up to Manchester and back in the same day.
Yes, because it's a little bit easier.
A little bit further.
Yeah, tiny.
So only about half an hour, isn't it?
Yeah. And I've found today the friendly vibe has gone up a notch. Everyone seems to be talking to each other. Everyone seems to be chatting. You know, people are afraid of me, but that's okay because I have a big, massive microphone in front of me. How you find from the 5 or 6 times you've been doing this? How have you found the friendliness vibe?
Oh, I think it's always been friendly, but I think the more you come, the more you feel settled with your surroundings, and engaging with brands, engaging with other bloggers. I think that just takes time to kind of build your confidence to doing that.
Yeah, of course. What's the thing that you look forward to most when you come into these?
I like seeing other bloggers, and I like engaging with the brands that you talk to via email all the time. You have no idea who they are, so that's really good as well.
Face to a name.
Yeah, and also I really like learning something new, even if it's a small thing that I can then implement on my blog.
That's really cool, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's a Christmas theme.
Yes.
There's elves running around and Christmas trees and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I said the elves, and you went. You rolled your eyes a little bit. And
those elves are so wonderful yet so irritating.
You should have seen the gritted teeth that came through. So irritating. I had a conversation. I recorded with them. I had a conversation.
You had a conversation with them?
I had a conversation with them, yeah. I speak fluent Elvish.
Well, that's brilliant.
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
so pleased for you.
Thank you very much. What's your...
One to add to your CV.
It's a comprehensive CV when you start adding things like that, I can tell you that right now.
absolutely.
What's your favourite thing about Christmas? As we're in a Christmassy theme. Ho, ho, ho.
I love everything about Christmas.
Everything.
I love the run-up to Christmas.
Yes.
Christmas Eve is probably my favourite day because at home I do gingerbread making with the children.
Amazing.
I do all the veg prep. We always watch a film.
Yes.
I always read the night before Christmas to them.
Awesome.
And we always have hot chocolate on Christmas Eve.
Amazing. That sounds like an awesome Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve is the favourite in
Can we come round to your house for Christmas Eve?
Sure, why not?
Wasn't really feeling the enthusiasm there, if I'm quite honest. What is your Christmas meal dinner of choice?
Always turkey.
Always turkey.
Yeah, unless we're invited somewhere.
Yes.
Then we kind of go with whatever they're having.
Go with the flow.
If I'm cooking, it's always turkey.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, anything else you're looking forward to so far for the rest of the day?
Drink.
Drinking.
Yes.
That's quite a common answer that I'm
is
getting.
it?
Yeah, of course. You'd be surprised. A lot of bloggers love a drink.
Well, you've got to, haven't you, at the end of the day? It's a long day. You have to. We've been up since, 5:15?
Wow.
So, to travel here.
It's been a day. It's been a day.
Ready for a brew. Well, I'll have a cup of tea and then I'll have
I'll drink.
alcoholic beverage.
Don't mix your drinks, people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have another guest with me, another BlogOn. No. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What's your name?
Emma.
And what do you do?
So I run a blog called Emma's Drop. We do lifestyle, well-being, beauty, things like that.
Well-being. That's a new one. I have heard it before, but it's not one I've had
Yeah.
today, should I say. What do you classify under the well-being umbrella?
Looking after your health, including mental health as well.
Really, really important. A couple of people I've been speaking to about mental health. It's so desperately important. Really passionate about that. That's really cool. Really cool. Is this your first BlogOn, second BlogOn? Third BlogOn.
Third BlogOn.
Amazing. How have you found it today?
Really, really good.
Yeah?
It's been my favourite so far.
Awesome.
Every time I come, it gets better and better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it.
Credit to Laura, I suppose, and all the volunteers and
I
help.
don't know how they do it. It would absolutely send me over the edge if I had to do something like this. I don't know how they do it. They're amazing at it.
And so frequently as well, I
Yeah,
suppose.
no,
You know, it's not
like twice a year.
Yeah, it's not been that long ago since May. I mean, it's crazy. So far today, have you had a particular highlight that you've really particularly enjoyed? Any of the sessions that you've been to or anything like that?
Yeah, we went to the photography session.
Yeah.
About with your phone, so photography using your phone.
Okay, yeah.
That was really, really good. So
Yeah.
I tend to do a lot of my stuff on my phone because
Yes.
it's always with me.
Of course.
And sometimes they come out a bit rubbish, so it was nice to kind of learn a bit more about.
That's
about
really
that
cool.
and,
It is important though, you know, a picture tells 1,000 words at the end of the day, so making sure that you can have the best picture is really, really key. Christmas. Are you Christmas
Yes.
person? Ho, ho, ho.
I am in December.
You are in December,
Yeah.
but not in September.
Not so much in September.
No? So, are you one of these people that the Christmas decorations go up 1st of December?
Yeah.
No earlier?
Yeah, and they're usually down way before New Year.
No.
Yeah.
It was only like 5 days.
I know, normally, so I have been known to take them down like Boxing Day before. I'm one of them.
So, you say you're ho, 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 but really you're a little bit bar humbug.
No, I'm alright on Christmas Day and
You're
Christmas Eve.
the epitome of Christmas spirit on Christmas Day.
Exactly, I dress up as an elf and everything. I've got bells on my hat, I've got like jingle bell slippers.
So really what you do is sort of just store it all up and bring it all up and then you just let it go Christmas Day. It's like, oh, Christmas.
Like Queen House though, I just let everything out all in one go. That is essentially what I do. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to for the rest of the day now?
I am looking forward to having a couple of gins.
Yes. Gin is the drink of choice today.
I've been drinking gin for a long time and I love it.
Well, this is the place to be.
It is. There's so much gin around.
I know there is a lot. I mean, if you're trying to be dry gin, this would not be a place to be. Where can people find your blog and where you are, social media, all that? Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Pinterest and Twitter at Emma's Jots. And I've got a website which is emmasjots.co.uk.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
You're very welcome.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Thank you. I have another guest with me. They're coming thick and fast now. Another blog on. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, really well.
What's your name?
So I'm Lucy.
Lucy, and what do you do?
I have had the pleasure today of selling my backdrops.
Amazing. What is a backdrop?
Okay, so a backdrop is a piece of vinyl type material that you can use to take any kind of product photography on. So if you're taking pictures of toys for reviews, or if you're taking recipe videos, clothing, beauty products, you name it, any type of product photography, you can use them for.
Amazing. That's incredible. Now, tell me a story, okay? How did this all come about? How did you start doing this?
Well, I started blogging when my youngest son was just over 1. He's 8 now.
Wow.
So I really started in the parent blogger community, started doing lots of craft things with the kids, and slowly I did a little bit of work for brands, and I thought, it's a complete happy accident becoming kind of into the world of photography.
Yeah.
And I just filled my house with every tabletop, sideboard, piece of old wood. I had an old marble table that I bought on eBay that I had to wheel out of the kitchen every time I wanted to take a picture. And our house was just bursting.
Did people come around and think you were a little bit mad?
I think they just thought I'm a serious hoarder of very large pieces of furniture, and it was just bursting. And my husband said, "This is too much.
Yes.
Basically, you need to." That marble table that you keep wheeling out of the kitchen and into the conservatory where the light is good,
Yes.
you just need to take a photo of it, make it into a backdrop. And I hadn't really thought of that before. The backdrops I'd bought in the past, I bought from an American company. The quality was horrendous.
Oh, really?
I was so disappointed.
Yes.
And I paid all that money in customs and everything. So I took a photo of it, and that's the grey marble backdrop that's over on the side there.
Oh, wow.
And it just looks, it's rollable marble, basically. And then I thought, well, actually, I could probably sell these to other people who might find them helpful. And that's how it started, really. Just a complete happy accident.
3 years ago to now, how's it been going for you?
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. We just everything from, we've got a lovely retired lady who takes pictures of cakes just completely as a hobby.
Oh, okay.
And she is somebody who sends us beautiful messages and supportive messages. She sent us a lovely postcard of one of her latest cakes. So we've got people who buy one and we love them, and then I got on a plane with my mum to go to Turkey, and we opened the Thomas Cook airline brochure, and I looked at it and thought, oh, that's all our backdrops. And I was thinking how funny they've shot all the food on what is our worn skip, where I climbed in a skip and took the texture. So I take all the photographs that you see there, my photographs of different surfaces. And I thought, isn't that funny? They don't realise
where that
their menu, you know, but we do. And it's just amazing to see them in magazines and just these household names that I really admire. So everybody from the people who put one on their Christmas list to Puma trainers have just ordered.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I think, wow, that's really great. You know, and it's, you know, they've ordered my coffee table.
Yeah.
It's got the stains. My literal coffee table that's got the stains of my children's old paintings on them.
Wow.
And then I see them on people's Instagram feeds or
they're eternal
in
now,
books.
you realise. They're eternal. You'll have those children's memories of
I know, it's
forevermore.
amazing. And it's just allowing my, you know, all I desperately wanted was to have some kind of creative business with my family, for my family and around them. And in December last year, my sister was able to quit her really bad job in retail.
Oh, really?
Where, you know, didn't get paid enough for her worth. And she had to work Christmas Eve setting up a sale. And now we work together.
Yeah, amazing.
And that's just been amazing. And we're able to be there for the children in school holidays whilst, you know, maybe in the evening catching up on emails and things.
That's fantastic. How have you found the people here today?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's people I've never met before, and it's people who've, you know, known me, championed us.
Yes.
Just people who I really admire, people who, you know, I was kind of coming up with.
Yes.
You know, when we were all blogging 7 years ago. So it's lovely. Just love it. It's like being back in the world of blogging, and I miss it because this has definitely overtaken my own personal blog.
Makes sense.
And today's made me realise how much I actually miss doing my personal blog, my personal Instagram that's kind of died a death.
Would you ever think that you'd have the free time to be able to go back and do that?
Definitely,
Yeah.
got to make the time. I would just
It's a great
find
way of
more
thinking about
hours.
it.
Yeah, find more hours.
It's a great way of thinking about it. Well, thank you so much
No, pleasure.
for coming
Thank
on.
you.
I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So there we go. There was my selection of casual chats, as I'm now calling it, from the BlogOn Toys event down in Bracknell last month. It was really a fantastic event. I enjoyed every second of it. It's just great to be able to have these conversations with bloggers who are trying to work out what it is that how to improve their blogs, how to improve their visibility, which is really, really cool. If you are one of these people that came and chatted to me, thank you so much. And also thank you so much for Laura, the organizer of the event, to invite me down for a second time, to having the faith, I suppose is the best way of putting it, to invite me down for a second time. If you do want to find out more about the BlogOn event, you can do go to blogonuk.com. That's blogonuk.com. No dot between the on and the UK, by the way, okay, just in case there's any confusion there. So you can go and check it out. I am sure, although there's been no official announcement yet, that there's going to be another event next year. I'm sure Laura is taking a little bit of a break now from the chaos and mayhem that ensues during a BlogOn event and the prep leading up to it. What I will say about it is there is basically so many bloggers there, so many like-minded people. If you are a blogger or you're an aspiring blogger, there are seminars there are lectures, kind of, I suppose is a way of putting it, there, which I was very honoured to be invited to do one. Last time round I did one about podcasting. There were some fantastic seminars done by some fantastic people this time in Bracknell as well, learning how to talking about SEO, to improve your blog, talking about photography, talking about video, so many different topics, all essential for bloggers in this day and age. What else is there? But so many brands. There was a massive brands hall full of brands. There was a massive Batman and a massive Batman bike. I suppose that's the way of putting it. But you'll know it if you know the films. So many brands that you can talk to in order to take a look at some of their products and get a connection with them, to see if you can work with them. So many different things going on, including myself with a microphone that everyone was very scared about because I had a massive microphone in front of me. So you'd be able to chat. You were able to chat to me as well. So yeah, so many things going on. There was a meal that was included as well. There were arcade machines. Do you know what? I'm thinking back to it now. There were so many things. There was even a massive snow globe, which I think I mentioned in one of the interviews, which was a massive snow globe you can get inside. They turned fans on. It was almost like the Crystal Maze, and you had to grab stuff. It was really, really cool. So much going on, all organised by a very small, close-knit team. It was very personal. I said this before after the last BlogOn that I went to. I've been to a lot of different conferences. They've been very marketing-y, okay, the ones I've been to, so maybe I'm a little bit swayed in what I've experienced, but this one, granted, it was for bloggers, but it had a different feel about it. It was so much more relaxed. It was, there was a lot of people there that had been their first time that were nervous about going. There was an attendees group on Facebook, which I'm a part of, where people were sharing their experiences and saying, "This is my first time. I'm really nervous." And there was a group of people circling around this person, going, "Hey, don't worry. We all had our first time once. Come down. We'll be friendly. We'll chat to you. We'll talk to you. We'll let you be alone." It's a family. Okay, I suppose is the point I'm trying to make, and it's so a nice friendly family which you can become a part of, and certainly in a role which is so quite isolated if you think about it, as blogging, where you just sort of sat in front of your computer, your laptop, and you're typing away and you're writing and experiencing your own different things. It's good to have that like-minded family around it. Speaking of like-minded families, by the way, if I have my own little clique, I don't want to call it a clique, that's a terrible way of putting it, but I have my own little family, okay? If you're a business owner, or even if you're a blogger, okay, and you want to get involved with this little family, I have my own little Facebook group. It's called the Punk Digital Marketing Business Network. You can go and search for it. It's a closed group, so you will have to go through and answer a couple of questions. Don't worry, nothing too strenuous. But if you want to learn more about digital marketing, how to promote yourself, your services, your products, you want to learn more about podcasting, if you want to learn about SEO, if you want to learn about anything relating to digital marketing, okay, there's the place where you can safely ask those questions, okay, and have conversations with people that are in the same boat as you. If you need expert advice is on hand, either from myself or from any of the amount of people that are in that group. They'll be able to help you out. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. I just wanted to create a little bit of a community, a group really, where it's a safe place to ask the questions if you're too scared of asking them elsewhere. Because I know a lot of people are very scared about digital marketing. And if you are scared about digital marketing, sometimes you can be scared about asking the questions. And not all information, alluding back to my conversation last time with Roger Edwards, not all the information that you find online, that you see on Twitter or you see on Instagram relating to digital marketing is necessarily good advice. But that is a conversation perhaps for another podcast. What I would like to say is I would love to hear your questions, query, feedback about the show. So don't forget, you can contact me and the podcast by emailing us at punkcast@dmpunk.co.uk. That is a change of the email address, punkcast@dmpunk.co.uk. You can email me any questions, queries, or you just want to say hello. Feel free to get in touch. You can also connect with me across all social media. If you were at BlogOn last month, then do connect with me. I love to see what you're doing, what you're up to, what you're blogging about. I have gone away and looked at a few blogs from the event last time and from the event in Manchester. I may have not said to the said people that I've checked out their blog about, but I have gone and had a look at a couple of them. Some of them are amazing. So if you want to connect with me on social media, I think it's a good idea that you do. You can go to Facebook, facebook.com/I am DMPunk. No spaces, no dashes, I am DMPunk. You can do the same on Twitter at I am DMPunk and Instagram at I am DMPunk. I should probably stress that I'm probably most active on Instagram at the moment rather than Twitter and Facebook for numerous reasons. But yeah, go and check me out. I am DMPunk. If you only want to follow me on one place, go to the Instagram account. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. You can search for Digital Marketing Punk. That's me. My face will turn up, including all the Punkcast stuff, so you can go and connect with me there if that is your network of choice. If you haven't already done so, it would be fantastic if you could go and subscribe to the Digital Marketing Punkcast. And if you really enjoyed this show and hearing your voice, if you're one of the people that I interviewed, then you can show your appreciation by giving us a 5-star review on iTunes. It would really, really help us out and also get the message out there about the Punkcast, which would be cool. So, lastly, I I hope you've enjoyed the show, and I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. And if this is you're only listening to this podcast because you're at BlogOn, you just want to hear your own voice, I do recommend that you check out some of the other episodes and keep subscribing and keep listening, because there is some really good advice about digital marketing to help you and your blog move forward and gain the visibility. I'm going to be doing more stuff about sort of very closely related to blogging, including my next episode. My next episode is with Claire Gamble, and it's about digital PR, which is absolutely vital and to digital marketing, and it's absolutely vital as well to bloggers in particular, okay, because that is how they make their money. So and Claire Gamble knows her stuff. In fact, so much so, she was speaking at the last BlogOn event. We were side by side, we were on at the same time when we were doing our little seminars, and she took all of my audience away. But I'm not bitter about it because I invited her on the podcast, but I did that because I knew how much bloggers wanted to hear what she had to say. So it is not to be missed if you are a blogger. Check out the next episode with Claire Gamble about digital PR. Really cool. So I hope you join me on the next episode of the Digital Marketing Podcast. Thank you very much.